Hey guys, Salty Merce here, and real quick, we're going to just talk about passive income. I know that's what the title of the video talk is regarding, but I'm going to kind of leave it pretty short because there's not very many ways that you can actually do things that will make you a decent passive income. I'm starting here on the NASDAQ.com website because, as I've said in other videos, and I will talk more about stocks and dividends, dividends are probably your best opportunity for passive income. And that's number one because they have a higher yield than your bank account, your savings account. And generally, they are more predictable. Now, as I've said before, the stock market is kind of like gambling, but safer in some aspects. Um, I will talk about other opportunities real quick. Brief summarization. Your dividends are going to pay monthly, quarterly, annual. I enjoy the monthly paying dividends because, well, I get to see $100 or more each dividend every month. Personally, none of these that are listed here are items that I have. Kind of an offhand comment. I actually think it's funny. Cisco Systems here. I'll show you this real quick. This is one of the first stocks I ever got into back in 2008 before the 07 when the stock market crashed. And I kind of lost some money. But they have a 3.2% yield. That's not the best out there. When we talk about other places, like for instance, I've mentioned it before, I would not recommend investing into this one. I'm just showing you one that I enjoy. Let's see if it will pop open here. Here we go. Dividend history. I want to talk about this real quick because this is a almost 10% yield. So that is really good. That is really good. And as the market builds back up, I'm sure they may increase their dividend rate. But you can see their history of payouts, and that's phenomenal. Anyway, do your own research, find your own dividend stock to invest into. Number 2 on the list of ways to make passive income, this I really would recommend to everybody. Acorns.com, they have a phone app, and this company has grown quite a bit. Now there are pricing options to the management behind it, but the idea behind Acorns essentially is you can put in a daily, weekly, every 2 weeks, every month, or every year transfer from your bank account into this, and they will essentially, you can have an invest account, which you can see on the screen here, invest, later, spend, really whatever. I am currently using invest and later. Now, invest is essentially you transfer the money to your invest account for Acorns, and they will put it into the stock market essentially, and you'll get a return on that. Later is like a Roth account. Now be careful because you can only contribute a certain amount every year into a Roth type account. Just remember that. So personally, I currently have every Friday I transfer $100 into my investment account. So it's not a whole lot, and I just started using Acorns probably in the beginning of the year, so I have $6,000 currently in my invest account, and it'll tell you, by age 50 or 60 or whatever, this is what it's projected to have. On another video, I'll go in depth on Acorns and I'll review it more, and I'll show you even my return rates so far because they have been pretty good. So I highly recommend Acorns to anybody. If I can put up a link on my video here, I will, just so you guys can. They do promotions every once in a while. If you invite somebody, you get a free amount of money into your account, essentially. Again, real quick, I did say I was going to show you my Acorns at least. So real quick, this is my invest account. I actually only have 4,000. I thought I had 6. I had 6 total between this and my other accounts. Anyhow. I wanted to show you this because I think this is important. So, like I told you, I have $100 on Fridays going automatically every week. There is roundup investments, and what that means essentially, you link your cards or whatever when you buy something. If you buy something for like $9.38, well, that extra 62 cents to make it $10 is going to be put into your Acorns if you want to. I'd recommend doing it because it kind of makes it a lot less noticed. But this is what I want to show you right here, your performance. So my account value since I've started using Acorns back in June. I started in June, okay? I did make a couple like single payments into it where I think I put like $500 at one time into it. But since June, I'm up 13%, which is amazing. That's 1 year. I'm up 13% in 1 year. You look. So again, this is 1 year, $446. You look at 3 months. I'm up 9% in the last 3 months. Almost 3.5% in the last month. We don't even. I don't bother looking at the days. Today's a Sunday, so it's market close day. But yeah, I mean, this has been giving me great return, amazing returns. You can't get 13% sitting in a bank account. It shows you what you have your money invested into. So currently, mine's in large. Most of it is in large, large company stocks and some international. You could do percentage or whatever you want to do, the dollar amount. So I just clicked on large company stocks, and it'll show you exactly how much you've made in the last year. So on large company stocks, I'm up $45, which is 15%. It's not, that's not a whole lot, but that's by itself. That's by itself. On average, I'm up 7.5 or almost 7.5%. That includes things like Microsoft, Apple, the big name ones. Hence, large company. If we look, say, at international, where they have that, and they have it in Alibaba. That's one that a lot of people know. Samsung, Taiwan. Again, this is a really easy platform to use for passive earning. I find it way better than it sitting in my bank account. There's no way I can make 13% in my bank account. So that's my invest account. If you guys want to know more, I'll show you more. Let me know what you'd like to see, and appreciate it. Subscribe below. So I've talked before about the stock market. We just talked about dividends. Robinhood is a platform you can use to trade stocks. It's not a necessarily passive income earner itself. By itself, you do have to put in some of the work. But I do recommend Robinhood because it is such a user-friendly platform for trading stocks or options or putting money into cryptocurrency, a whole rampant of options. This last thing I want to show you here is called Mint. This isn't necessarily a passive income, but this is a relatively decent app for tracking your total accounts, your expenses. It does analyze how you spend money, and it'll kind of give you ways to save money or invest it. They've changed their app a few times over the years, but Mint in itself has been pretty good. I've stopped using it. I would like to use it again. I don't really know why I stopped using it. I think I just kind of put it to the side and never really use it. But it's pretty good. And their website, you can go to mint.intuit.com. You can see what is Mint, Bill Tracker. It gives you free credit scores, alerts, investments, everything you really need, all kind of into one. So Mint is a pretty reputable company as well, and they give you resources here too that you can look at. That's about it for passive income earning. You'll see people talk about eBay, Amazon, selling things on there. If you have a hobby that you make items, that's perfect. If you sell pictures, that's perfect. If you have a skill that you can do that, wonderful. But I'm just kind of showing most of us really don't have time to do that with our main jobs, or we may just not have the skills. And so we're kind of left to, well, items like Acorns, Robinhood, dividend stocks. And I'm going to tell you right now, honestly, in my dividends alone, I'm getting up about $300 a month right now. And I don't have a crazy amount in the stock market. If you have a lot of money to put away, I'm talking a lot. I mean, like over to me, a lot is over 100,000. If you have over $100,000 that you can invest, I highly recommend putting it into high-paying, high-yield dividend stocks to grow. If you're kind of like me and you start out with like $1,000 or whatever, you can make that grow over time. And I can talk in another video about how to make your money grow fast and safely. I can talk about it because I've done bad things and I've lost money and I've learned from that, and now I'm doing better at investment. So I'll talk about investments later. But passive income, I highly recommend Acorns and dividend stocks. So Salty Merce out. Leave a link, or yeah, not a link. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe for let me know what you think and your recommendations as well.